What if you could raise bees for honey the way it was done centuries ago, without the reliance on modern equipment or technology? Imagine a world where every step from building the hive to harvesting honey is deeply rooted in tradition and a profound respect for nature. This is the Amish way of beekeeping, simple, sustainable, and spiritually significant. How does this traditional approach stack up against the fast-paced, tech-driven methods of today? Stay with us as we explore the heart of Amish beekeeping, the tools they use, and why their honey is considered some of the purest on the market. You'll be amazed by their methods. Don't forget to subscribe for more. To understand how the Amish raise bees without using modern equipment, it's important to first explore the values that shape their lifestyle. The Amish are deeply rooted in faith, family, and community, and are mostly located in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana, where the largest populations live. Their way of life is built on simplicity, humility, and separation from worldly influence. Rather than embracing the conveniences of modern society, the Amish commit to living close to the land, focusing on manual labor, strong community bonds, and a rhythm of life that respects nature. The choice to avoid modern technology is not about resisting innovation, but about preserving spiritual focus and community unity. The Amish believe that devices like electricity, cars, and digital media can disrupt family life and create dependence. Instead, they use non-electric tools, horse-drawn transportation, and traditional farming practices. These choices are deeply intentional, helping them stay centered on the values of discipline, teamwork, and self-reliance. This connection to the land is especially clear in their approach to beekeeping. The Amish see stewardship of the environment as a duty, not a trend. Every part of their work, from planting crops to raising animals and bees, is done with respect for nature's balance. They don't use chemical pesticides or artificial feeding methods, and they avoid mass production in favor of natural health and sustainability. Their honey is often seen as high quality and organic, even without official certification, simply because of their hands-on care and clean methods. This thoughtful, respectful approach is exactly what keeps Amish beekeeping both effective and meaningful in today's fast-changing world. For the Amish, beekeeping is far more than just a means of producing honey. It plays a valuable role in their everyday life, both economically and spiritually. Within their self-sufficient way of living, bees serve as a natural partner, helping with pollination on family farms, supplying sweetener for home-cooked recipes, and offering a resource that can be used for trade or bartering in local Amish markets. Honey is often preferred over processed sugar in their kitchens, especially in baking and canning, where it adds both flavor and longevity to preserved foods. But beyond its practical uses, beekeeping holds spiritual meaning for Amish families. Bees are viewed as part of God's natural design, working in perfect order and serving a purpose without complaint or excess. This sense of divine purpose aligns with Amish values, where hard work, humility, and cooperation are deeply respected. Many Amish see honey as a blessing from God, a pure and unspoiled gift that doesn't require human interference to be useful or nourishing. According to rural agricultural surveys, small-scale beekeeping is common among Old Order Amish families, especially in areas like Lancaster County, where local honey is also sold at roadside stands or to neighbors within the community. Amish beekeepers often pass down their knowledge across generations, with handcrafted hives and traditional tools used to maintain bee colonies in a natural and chemical-free way. This quiet but powerful tradition reflects the Amish approach to life: simple, intentional, and deeply connected to nature. Beekeeping isn't just about making honey. It's a practice that represents their faith, their respect for creation, and their ability to live richly without modern convenience. In Amish communities, beekeeping is done entirely by hand, using tools that reflect their values of simplicity and self-reliance. Unlike modern commercial operations that rely on electricity and high-tech gear, Amish beekeepers stay true to manual methods. Their approach is rooted in using basic handcrafted tools, not only to maintain the hives, but also to honor a lifestyle that avoids unnecessary technology. The most common tool is the wooden beehive, often built at home using locally sourced lumber. These hives follow the classic Langstroth design, known for its removable frames that allow for easy honey harvesting. Rather than purchasing factory-made gear, Amish beekeepers typically craft smokers from metal scraps, using natural fuels like dried leaves, pine needles, or burlap to calm the bees. Protective veils and gloves are also sewn or pieced together by hand, offering enough safety without depending on synthetic materials or factory production. For honey extraction, they completely avoid electric extractors. Instead, they rely on hand-cranked models that use centrifugal force to spin honey out of the frames. This process is slower, but ensures that the honey remains raw and unheated, which helps preserve its natural enzymes and nutrients. To process beeswax, Amish beekeepers use sunlight via solar wax melters or open fire methods, melting the wax gently for candle making, salves, and other household uses. By avoiding modern shortcuts, Amish beekeepers maintain a deep connection with their bees and environment. Their traditional tools aren't just about avoiding electricity, they're about keeping the process pure, respectful, and aligned with nature's pace, producing honey that's both clean and meaningful. In Amish beekeeping, selecting the right bees is a key part of maintaining healthy, thriving colonies. Amish beekeepers often prefer local or regional bee breeds, which are naturally adapted to the specific climate and environment of their area. This selection process ensures that the bees are well suited to the temperature extremes, seasonal changes, and available forage in the region. Amish beekeepers typically favor native bees, as they have proven their resilience over time in their local ecosystems. Rather than relying on genetically modified bees or artificially inseminated queens, Amish beekeepers focus on letting bees reproduce naturally within their hives. This allows for the colony's genetic diversity to evolve, resulting in stronger, more resilient colonies over generations. By avoiding external genetic interventions, Amish beekeepers ensure that their bees remain adapted to the local environment, which can lead to higher survival rates, especially during harsh winters or other challenging conditions. According to research on bee conservation, natural reproduction methods help to preserve the vigor and health of bee colonies. Amish beekeepers' approach also reduces the risks associated with pest infestations and diseases, which can sometimes be exacerbated by the use of genetically modified strains. By maintaining this focus on natural selection and local adaptation, Amish communities ensure that their beekeeping practices remain sustainable and aligned with their values of simplicity, self-sufficiency, and respect for nature. This traditional method of bee selection not only supports healthier colonies, but also reflects the Amish commitment to living in harmony with the environment, allowing nature to guide their beekeeping practices. For Amish beekeepers, the placement and design of their hives are deeply rooted in a philosophy of natural alignment with the land. The success of a bee colony begins with its location. Amish beekeepers carefully consider factors such as sun exposure, wind direction, and proximity to crops when deciding where to place their hives. Hives are ideally positioned to ensure that the bees have easy access to nectar-rich fields while being sheltered from harsh winds. They often choose areas near clover, alfalfa, and wildflower fields, as these plants provide a continuous and healthy nectar flow that helps the bees thrive. In terms of design, Amish beekeepers build their hives using untreated, natural wood, avoiding the use of synthetic paints or chemicals that could harm the bees. This choice reflects their commitment to keeping the environment as pure as possible. The use of natural materials allows the bees to build their colonies without the risk of exposure to harmful substances, ensuring that both the bees and the honey remain free from contaminants. According to studies on organic beekeeping, using untreated wood and natural construction methods promotes healthier, more sustainable colonies, as it aligns with the bees' instincts. This intentional, environmentally conscious approach to hive placement and design not only helps the bees flourish, but also maintains the Amish philosophy of living in harmony with nature. By prioritizing sustainability and natural resources, Amish beekeepers create an ideal environment for their bees, ensuring the long-term health of their hives and the quality of the honey produced. We hope you're enjoying it, so don't forget to subscribe. The beekeeping calendar for Amish farmers follows the natural rhythm of the seasons, with each task timed according to the bees' needs and the environment. From spring to fall, Amish beekeepers remain closely attuned to nature's cues, allowing the bees to guide their activities without relying on modern machinery. In spring, Amish beekeepers begin their work by inspecting hives for signs of healthy colonies and preparing for the nectar flow. This involves checking for sufficient space within the hive, ensuring the queen is active, and monitoring for any signs of diseases or pests. As the weather warms, they anticipate the influx of nectar from nearby wildflowers, clover, and alfalfa fields, which is crucial for honey production. During summer, Amish beekeepers keep a careful eye on the hives to monitor for swarming. Swarming occurs when a colony becomes overcrowded and a new queen leaves with part of the bees. To prevent this, Amish beekeepers may split colonies or adjust hive placement, ensuring that the bees remain productive and strong. When autumn arrives, it's time for the honey harvest. This process is done entirely by hand, with Amish beekeepers using manual extractors and carefully removing frames filled with honey. The harvest is a time for reflection, as they focus on the purity and quality of the honey rather than high yields. Winter is a quieter period, where Amish beekeepers turn their attention to insulating hives and providing additional feed if necessary to ensure the colony's survival during the colder months. By following this simple yet effective calendar, Amish beekeepers maintain healthy colonies, producing natural honey with minimal intervention. The honey extraction process used by Amish beekeepers is a perfect example of simplicity, emphasizing a slow and careful approach that preserves the purity and natural enzymes of the honey. This method stands in contrast to the industrialized techniques that rely on electric-powered machinery. Instead, Amish beekeepers focus on manual tools and techniques that have been passed down through generations. When it's time to harvest honey, the honeycombs are carefully removed from the hives by hand, ensuring the bees' well-being and minimizing disruption to the colony. The wax is then carefully cut off the combs using specialized knives. These knives are designed to gently slice through the wax, preserving its structure. Amish beekeepers take great care not to damage the honeycomb, as it is integral to the honey's quality and flavor. Next, honey is extracted using a hand-crank centrifuge, which spins the frames of the honeycomb to release the liquid honey. This manual method is slower than electric extractors, but it is gentler on the honey and the comb. By using this technique, Amish beekeepers ensure that the honey retains its natural enzymes, which are essential for its health benefits and taste. The process may take longer than modern methods, but it results in honey that is pure, untouched by chemicals, and full of natural goodness. Amish beekeepers prioritize the quality of their honey over the speed of production, aligning with their commitment to simplicity, natural living, and sustainability. In Amish households, nothing goes to waste. The Amish take a holistic approach to beekeeping, ensuring that every byproduct from the hive is carefully repurposed. This practice is rooted in their core values of stewardship, sustainability, and respect for nature. Wax, for example, is one of the most valuable byproducts. Once harvested from the honeycombs, it is melted down and repurposed into a variety of practical household items. Candles, which are both functional and decorative, are made from this wax and used throughout the Amish home. These candles serve as a gentle, natural light source, contributing to the simple, peaceful atmosphere that is central to Amish life. In addition to candles, the wax is also crafted into lip balms and salves. These natural skincare products are used to soothe dry skin, chapped lips, and even minor cuts. The Amish take pride in making these items from the resources they have at hand, avoiding synthetic chemicals in favor of time-tested natural solutions. This full utilization of the hive's byproducts also extends to propolis and pollen. Propolis, a resinous substance gathered by bees from plants and trees, is highly valued for its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Amish families often make tinctures or topical ointments from propolis to treat sore throats, minor wounds, and other common ailments. Meanwhile, pollen, rich in nutrients, is collected and used as a natural supplement. It is often added to foods or consumed on its own to boost energy levels and promote overall health. This approach highlights the Amish commitment to sustainable living. By fully utilizing the resources from their beekeeping practices, they not only minimize waste, but also continue to live in harmony with the land. Their reliance on bees for products that extend beyond honey showcases a deep respect for both the environment and their traditions. Amish beekeepers face a unique set of challenges due to their avoidance of modern technologies. Without the use of electric fencing, pest control, or artificial feeding systems, they rely on traditional methods to overcome obstacles that are common in beekeeping. One of the most persistent threats to hives is the varroa mite, a tiny parasite that can devastate bee colonies. Instead of using chemical treatments, Amish beekeepers rely on herbal mite treatments and natural methods that have been passed down through generations. These treatments are designed to be gentle on the bees while effectively managing mite infestations. Another challenge is dealing with bears, which are notorious for raiding beehives. Without electric fences, Amish beekeepers use manual strategies to protect their hives, such as building sturdier hives or positioning them in locations that are harder for bears to reach. Their experience and understanding of the natural environment help them safeguard their colonies with minimal intervention. Harsh winters also pose a significant challenge. Amish beekeepers prepare their hives for the cold months by using hand-built hive insulators to protect the bees from freezing temperatures. They also monitor the hives during winter to ensure that the bees have enough food to survive until the spring nectar flow begins. These methods, though labor-intensive, demonstrate the Amish commitment to self-sufficiency and sustainability. Their knowledge and skills, passed down through generations, help them overcome the challenges of beekeeping without relying on modern equipment, ensuring the health of their colonies year after year. Amish honey has become renowned for its purity, distinctive flavor, and natural production methods, setting it apart from mass-produced honey. Unlike commercial varieties, Amish honey is raw, unfiltered, and chemical-free, ensuring that it retains its natural enzymes, vitamins, and antioxidants. This meticulous process not only helps preserve the honey's rich, authentic flavor, but also enhances its health benefits, making it a sought-after product among health-conscious consumers. The honey's natural sweetness and complex taste offer a depth that is often lost in heavily processed alternatives, providing a unique edge over conventional honey products. Amish honey is typically sold through local, direct-to-consumer channels, such as roadside stands, farmers markets, and Amish-owned stores. This direct connection between the producer and consumer allows buyers to learn about the product's origins, fostering trust and a sense of community. Many consumers are drawn to Amish honey not only for its flavor, but also for its authenticity and heritage. The fact that it is produced by local beekeepers using traditional, sustainable practices adds value to the product. Customers appreciate knowing that the honey is harvested by hand, using methods that align with the Amish community's core values of simplicity and stewardship. The increasing demand for raw, unprocessed honey is part of a larger trend toward healthier, more natural food choices. As people become more mindful of what they consume, the appeal of Amish honey's purity and authenticity continues to grow. Its reputation for quality and sustainability is expanding, with many customers willing to pay a premium for honey that reflects both care and tradition. This shift toward embracing locally sourced, natural products is fueling the continued rise in Amish honey's popularity, making it a prized commodity in today's market. Amish beekeeping offers valuable insights into patience, balance, and a deep respect for nature. In an age where automation and speed dominate much of our lives, the Amish way of life provides a refreshing reminder that traditional methods still have a powerful role to play. The Amish approach to beekeeping highlights the importance of slow, mindful work, where each action is intentional and guided by a deep understanding of nature's rhythms. By relying on manual tools, avoiding modern machinery, and respecting the natural life cycle of their bees, Amish beekeepers emphasize the value of quality over quantity. One key lesson from Amish beekeeping is the importance of balance. They prioritize the health and well-being of their bee colonies over maximizing honey production, focusing on the bees' natural rhythms and needs rather than pushing them for high yields. This practice ensures that the bees thrive in a healthy environment, which leads to better quality honey and a sustainable ecosystem. Amish beekeepers also avoid chemicals and pesticides, maintaining a chemical-free approach that results in purer honey, preserving not only the bees' health, but also the environment around them. Furthermore, Amish beekeeping emphasizes the importance of community and responsibility. The Amish understand that their practices are part of a larger ecosystem and that their actions must align with the well-being of the earth. Their respect for nature and commitment to sustainable farming are integral to their way of life. By following these practices, Amish beekeeping shows us that even in a fast-paced, technology-driven world, we can still find ways to connect with nature, honor traditions, and produce truly meaningful results. These lessons remind us that sometimes, the old-fashioned way is not only the best, but also the most rewarding. In the end, Amish beekeeping isn't just about honey. It's a powerful reminder of the value of simplicity and respect for nature. What would our world look like if we embraced more traditional, sustainable methods like these? And can we find a way to balance innovation with the lessons of the past? If you think this approach is worth exploring further, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button for more insights into nature's most timeless practices.